Well, hello friends and welcome to my channel. I'm going to start this channel off by just kind of introducing some of the work that I'm about to bring forward on this channel. A collection of poetry that I personally think is pretty special, but I'm sure that you guys are going to be the ones to determine that. And just talk about a little bit about where it came from, how this whole collection came about, share a little bit about my story, and a little bit about where I'm at right now. And just kind of introduce this collection of poetry that you're going to see unravel on this channel sometime soon here. So, first of all, little introduction of who I am. My name is Tanya. I also go by Alethea Goldheart. So I think that's an awesome gateway to who is Alethea Goldheart, and what is really this channel about? What is this collection of poetry about, and how did it come about? Alethea Goldheart is really the higher version of myself. She came through to me at a time of struggle. She came through to me at a time where I was trying to recover from a very emotionally dysfunctional relationship. She came through to me at a time when the world was being turned upside down before my very eyes, and I did not know how to emotionally navigate what it was that I was seeing and feeling. And she helped me find the guidance that I needed to move forward with my life. She is a higher version of myself, meaning that I do not and cannot live up to the standard in which she writes about on a day-to-day basis, but I do my best to move forward with my life from that capacity. But I'm still growing and I'm still changing and I still make mistakes. And that's really one of the biggest messages I think that she has given me to bring forward to the public eye. I really questioned what I was doing here. Why was I given this vision to bring this concept of Alethea Goldheart out to the public eye at a time when I was feeling so fucking financially disempowered? A little bit about my story. I'm a single mom. And the journey that I have gone on to write this collection and bring it forward to the public eye has been nothing but financially straining, and has pushed me to a level that I don't think I have ever been pushed before. Right now I'm filming this episode on a camera that has been thrown across the room about a week ago from my youngest. And it broke right in the pivotal point of the camera. And there was a part of me that I didn't want to come and record this. I didn't want to show up. I've been holding myself back from showing up in this capacity for a really long time. And so I had to sit with myself and sit with Creator, God, Source, whatever it is that you call it. The energy that we all can tap into and feel and receive messages from the divine source. And I asked, why have you given me this message? Why have you given me this opportunity at a time when I am feeling so financially disempowered? I can't afford to fix my phone. I'm working 2 jobs. I am basically a full-time parent to my 2 beautiful boys. I am gardening and trying to start a business on the side. And this week, I had to cancel my hair appointment because I couldn't even afford the gas to get there, let alone the appointment itself. I have never felt so low financially as I do today. And the message came really clear. Source said, Tanya, Alethea Goldheart, I put you in this position of disempowerment. I put you in this financial position of disempowerment because I want you to shine the light out into the world. That you are enough just the way you are. Now, this one was really hard for me to move past because I used to work online about 6 years ago. And that wasn't the message that I carried forward. In fact, the message that I carried forward was a web of lies about a lifestyle that I was not truly living. Because I felt that I needed to sell something and act from a place of empowerment, financial empowerment. To receive the abundance. To receive the trust from the other souls. But I've come to realize that the message that I am supposed to be carrying forward is that you can do hard things even when you are in hard places. That doesn't define you. And whether that means taking a step forward on a business model that you have been setting aside, whether that means leaving a relationship that you know is not serving you anymore, whether that means taking a step forward in some capacity, in some direction, even though you don't know what type of abundance is going to be on the other side. Whether you don't know if you're going to fall or fail. And so today I've decided to show up here as my authentic self, my true authentic self, and be honest and real about where I'm at right now in this particular time of my life. What you can expect on this channel is obviously the real me. Some great stories about how I got to where I am through all of the pain that I have gone through in my life. But also, like I said, I think what is a pretty special collection of poetry that has a capacity to help you see life from a whole new perspective. And, you know, although my financial situation is not great, my mind space has never been better. A little bit about how this collection came about. I knew I had a calling to work with our emotions, with recovering from old patterns, with just personal growth in general. And when I started to navigate my journey of where I was supposed to be and how I was supposed to carry a message forward, I started to look at actually publishing a book. And so I bought a course on how to do that. And as I was working through the course, a large part of it was to navigate, what was going to be my best way to move forward with a publishing business. And the idea of writing a children's collection came through. And as I started to navigate this, an idea about writing to sweet souls. And so just to give you some context of what you can expect on this page is the collection goes something like this. Hello, my sweet souls. Let's take a moment to listen. I want to talk about a feeling that gets a little too much attention. I want to talk about fear, the good and the bad. So here is the thing, my sweet souls. Fear, it's full of doubt. And so this concept came to me about writing to sweet souls, and I thought, this is perfect. I'm writing to children. And the first few poems that I wrote, it was as if it was something that was locked up inside of me. I was, actually not a poet at all. I didn't write any poetry prior to this in my adult life. So it was not something that I was well practiced. It just flowed out of me. And I knew that I was onto something. I knew that this was my divine purpose on this earth right away. It came through me in such a capacity that I just knew that I had to follow this vision. And so, the idea basically came from wanting to write to children as a sweet soul. And as I started to write the collection, I came to realize that I wasn't actually just writing to children, that I was actually writing to that sweet soul inside of all of us. That little person inside of all of us. Some of the concepts that I cover are pretty heavy. This is really a journey through sifting through the darkness so that I could find the light. And so I really hope that you guys enjoy what I have to share and you find as much healing as I have throughout this journey of writing this collection and just experiencing the medicine that these words have bestowed upon me throughout my own healing journey in the last 3 years. And without further ado, I would love to share the intention behind the collection of the Feelings Academy, the diversity of our emotions. I wrote this piece as the intention behind the collection. Dear fellow souls alike, I would like to take a moment to set an intention for my collection. The Feelings Academy, the diversity of our emotions, is a collection of poems unlike any other. I created them to help us heal. So here is what I want you to know, my sweet souls alike. Here is what I want you to understand. Emotions are just what they are. They're not good. They're not bad. It is often this type of thinking that leaves emotions misunderstood. You see, my sweet souls, some are high vibe and some are low, but it's the energy that we give them that makes them grow. This life is about experiencing the depth of each of them. Now, I think it's important, my sweet souls, to bring these topics into our homes. It's important to talk about the depth of each of them and how it makes you feel. This is how we can find our guidance and how we can heal. Heal from depression, grief, anxiety, and much more. Now, I'm aware, my sweet souls, that some of these topics might send off triggers. I want you to know, my love, that this was not my intention. No, my intention behind these books was to shine a light so blindly bright on the importance of who we are, to find acceptance for every part. Acceptance for the sadness, shame, pain, fear, greed, rejection, privilege, anger, and all the others. Every single one of these feelings exist for good reason, and there is so much power behind experiencing their existence. You see, my sweet souls, you are just as much me as I am you. We all came from the same place, but we got different things to do. I feel that this is my calling. I feel that this is my mission. This work came to me like nothing I have ever experienced. So I'm hoping that you'll open your heart, mind, and soul and take a listen. Lastly, my sweet souls, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for picking up my book and having the courage to take a look. I'm truly grateful for you sharing your time and having an open mind to meditating on these rhymes. With gratitude, Alethea Goldheart. Please feel free to share, hit the follow button, like, comment, whatever it is that you are feeling called to do. But definitely follow if you want to see more of this. So, bye for now.